3 servers with very different price tags. To Krill, they're all just nodes in one swarm. This is Kraken, 2 big NVIDIA cards running a 35 billion parameter model. This is Box, a modest AMD workstation running a 7B Vision model. And this is a Raspberry Pi, no model at all, just a camera pointed at the chicken coop. The job, watch the coop. The trick, the little model looks at every frame, and the big one only wakes when something is actually wrong. Start on the Pi, a real camera node, a Raspberry Pi camera module. When it fires, it takes a picture and publishes the frame, and whoever is watching wakes up. The door sensor, open. And the run temperature, 87 degrees. Now the Sentry, over on Box, an LLM node pointed at a 7B Vision model running right there on that machine. Watch the arcs, that's data in motion. Its sources live on a different computer. The camera, the door, the temperature, wired in across the network. When any of them changes, this node is invoked. Here is the whole idea on one screen. Down here, at the bottom of the settings, is where the node is given its purpose. You are a chicken coop sentry. That's it. That's the whole job description. The prompt is fixed, but the context isn't. Every node wired into its inputs gets serialized into the call at the instant it fires. The frame, the door, the temperature, same node, a different question every single time. That's what separates an LLM node from a chatbot with a script. Over on Kraken, a data point catches the Sentry's verdict as it comes across the wire. It observes the model on the other machine. Then a gate. 5 lines of Python. It reads the verdict and turns a sentence into a risk score. A nudge for a normal frame, higher for anything it can't account for, highest for a predator. Watching the verdict. A data point holds the risk level, the Coop's current alert. Right now, 0.5. Quiet. It reads straight off the gate, and a high threshold trigger set at 5.5. Below it, nothing happens at all. Above it, the big machine wakes. One more source on Kraken. The weather. Not a value someone typed, an outbound webhook that hits a live forecast API every time it fires. At the analyst, the 35B model on the big GPUs. It observes the threshold, not the camera. 99 frames out of 100, this machine never stirs. When it does fire, it gets more than the Sentry had. The verdict, the frame itself, the door, and the weather. All read live across 2 machines at the moment it wakes. Last node, the alert. It watches the analyst, and it's what a notification or the door relay would hang off. Turn it on. Every node starts watching the ones it was told to watch, even the ones on other machines, and the weather node reaches out and pulls the forecast. And there's the shape of it, a Pi feeding a small model gating a big one across 3 physical machines. Let's toggle the view from parent-child connections to a view that hides the servers and shows the nodes in relation to how they're wired. No controller, no scheduler, nobody calling anybody in order. Every hop is a node observing another node, even over the network. Run it. The camera's frame crosses the network to Box, where the little model actually looks at it. 6 hens at the coop. Verdict, normal. 0.5. Under the bar. The gate scored it quiet, the threshold never fired, and the 35B model never even woke. That's the whole point. The small model eats the boring frames, and the boring frames are almost all of them. Now something moves at the coop. The camera fires, Box looks, and this time it flags it. A dog right by the hens. The score jumps to 0.6, clears the bar, and wakes Kraken. Kraken's analyst runs. Verdict, frame, door, weather, all read in at the moment it wakes. A dog near an open coop at dusk. It weighs it. Then it gets a better look. It's Loki, the family dog. The hens have seen scarier, not a predator, a chaperone. Alert stood down. Point 1, lower than a quiet coop. With Loki in the yard, the hens are safer than usual. And the night the camera catches one of these instead. Box flags it, a raccoon. The score spikes to point 9, blows past the bar, and the big machine comes up hard. Open the alert. And there it is, in the model's own words. What's happening, whether the birds are at risk, and one concrete thing to do about it. That's a 35 billion parameter model reasoning about a prompt that didn't exist until the moment it fired. 3 servers, 2 models, 1 Pi, and not a byte leaving the property. Context built from live data at firetime. Big hardware gated behind small. Everything invoked, nothing scheduled. That's local LLM nodes on the swarm.